Hi there. Would you like to just say who you are and how you're involved with tennis?
My name's Jo Blaydes, and I have two boys here at Bolton Arena. Billy's 10, so he's under 10 on green ball, and Freddie's just turned 8, so he's playing orange ball.
And how long have they been playing?
What's Billy? Billy's 10, so Billy started when he was 7. Billy watched Wimbledon and decided tennis was for him. So having a willing participant in his younger brother, he hauled Freddie off to play, so they stepped a toe into the water from 7 and 5. So it didn't really do anything formal, probably for a year later. Just dabbled in and out of mini squads, but Billy loves it, and Freddie gets dragged along, and Freddie loves it, and it's a great thing for them both to do.
And what sort of a programme do they have now?
Now it's a pretty comprehensive programme. Nothing probably that we would have imagined when we first started in tennis. They both have 2 squads at the arena. They have roughly about 3 hours of individual lessons for an hour, and they do strength and conditioning as well.
So you say come down, so you're coming down from Cumbria. How long does that take?
It takes us an hour from Windermere, easy drive, door to door, good roads on the motorways. The way my husband Chris and I rationalise it is, years ago I used to work in Barrow, and that would take me 50 minutes each way on poor roads. People travel miles and miles for many distances for lots of time, so an hour isn't that much, 3 times a week, and the kids are getting home not too late. So for us at the moment, it works.
So it sounds like a really comprehensive programme that you're involved with. How has this affected your life?
That is a big question. It's affected our lives in that time management has to be strictly controlled to allow the boys to enjoy it. So my husband and I, were really sporty up until probably 40s. So we've always travelled, played sport, fitted everything into sport, around sport, work. So to do that for the children now is just like a natural progression. It's like having a big jigsaw puzzle that you continually have to move the pieces and fit everything in, and try and get the football in, the school in, the friends in, our work in, and you get it set up and it runs smoothly, and then things change again. So you rejig, you re-go, and you go as far as you can, and then you rejig everything again. It fits in, it is fine, but we make it fit in, and it is our choice.
So why?
Because we love sport, the boys love sport. We live in an area where sporting opportunities are not great if you would call yourself an elite performer. If you have any sort of talent, we live in Windermere. Facilities for tennis are really poor. If you want to be a footballer, you've got no academies, but the boys want to play tennis. And yes, we could play at the local club, we could have a little indoor court, and we could fit it in Windermere, but nothing like we get coming to Bolton Arena. So yes, we travel, yes, it's probably more expensive, but the value for money you get and the concentrated effort and expertise you get down here is worth every mile that you travel.
So what's the worst bit about being involved with tennis?
Being a parent. It really is being a parent. It is a huge journey you go on, and when Chris's best man, his son, who's perhaps 2 years older than Billy, was a footballer and got into tennis, and he said to us, it's awful. Watching them compete in a individual sport takes you to levels as a parent you could never imagine. And we think, yeah, whatever. And then the boys play tennis, and I watch them play, and it stuns you that your darling child, you know, can sometimes be being chewed up and spat out on a court, and you're just stood there and you can't do anything. In football, you can jump up and down, you can cheer, you can, you know, within reason, you can vent whatever you're feeling within the realms of sportsmanship. But at tennis, it's pretty hard to be the parent. It's a whole new learning curve.
And what's the best bit about it?
Watching them, watching the children grow in an individual sport where they have perhaps a bit more control over things. It's not like in a team game where someone has to pass you the ball and then you can do something with it. You know, netball, basketball, football. You're a bit more in control of your own destiny. But not just my children, but watching all the children play tennis, the athleticism, the way they have to handle themselves against an opponent, with adults, manage their emotions, manage their time, manage their skills. It's a pleasure to see these children play and grow emotionally. It's just a great game. I love it.
And have you thoughts about where you'd like to see this go?
Yes, and the way we rationalise everything that we put into tennis as parents is you've got to feel that you're getting something out that is worth what you're putting in. So the way Chris and I feel about it is whatever level the children decide to come out of tennis, you know, we hope that eventually they've got a choice of a career, okay? We feel they've gained. So if they come out at 12, 14, 16, or they decide to stay in tennis, I think tennis gives the boys career choices. I think they've grown emotionally, certainly physically. It is such an athletic game. And having a programme like this at Bolton Arena, the body is looked after. They are able to compete at a really high level, but the body is strong enough, flexible enough, so you have the confidence as a parent that injuries you hope are going to be minimised. But I think at whatever level they come out of in tennis, they've gained, and it's a game that they can take. Goodness me, even tonight at the arena, you know, 70, 80 years old, it's fantastic. You don't get that in every sport.
And if you had one piece of advice to give to totally new parents, what would that be?
Be a parent. It is really, really hard not to, it's really hard not to coach, not to give of your advice, because we watch so much coaching and we see our children compete, and the temptation is, that was great, but if you did this, because in our view, we're helping our children. But kids view things very differently. And the hardest thing, and the thing Chris and I continually learn and think, oh, we shouldn't have done that, we shouldn't have said that, it's just being mum and dad. And it's hard. And I think you've got to ask people, ask your coaches, gosh, I did this, was that right? What do you think? There's loads of articles out there to read, and it's to trust your children, let them deal with situations on court, and enjoy them. Enjoy your children playing tennis. We love the boys playing tennis. I make loads of mistakes. I'm not sat here saying I'm a great parent. I make loads of mistakes, and I go away and I think, I should not have done that. Be a mum, be a dad, and let the coaches do their job, let everyone else do their job. Be a mum and a dad.
That's great, Jo. Thank you very much
You're
indeed.
very welcome, I like it.
Have you seen the way the lightning strikes and burns away our soul?